Hello boys, good evening. I'm finishing to post some of the advertising. Just few bits. Yeah, just advertising a bit so some people will join us. Can you hear me okay? Because I'm always switching. Yeah, I think you can. I'm always switching devices somehow. Yes, but the microphone meter says I am live. I just need IRC. Okay, so what we did yesterday. Yesterday we nearly completed the banking, no, the storage window. The storage window. That is our current mission. We have a number of missions. The first one was to identify the flags for banking, and we did it. It's a very simple exercise. And then the second one was to build the UI for storage. We decided to reuse the one that we use at the moment for merchant. And now we are trying to have the storage working. I think it's basically working, by the way. I was doing some tests now and it seems that it's okay. I just want to double check, you know, that everything is fine, but I think it should be okay. And then we have to do banking. I just copy pasted the UI and we will see how to continue. So our objective. Hello, Saurab. Saurab? I will call you Sao. Hello. Welcome to the stream. So, okay, let's check what we did up to now and let's see if it works properly, okay? I think I have to restart the server, restart the client and do some tests, but I think it should be fine. Just give me a second, 1 second. Sorry, I don't know, was someone ringing at the door, but okay, so let me restart the server and the client. Server and client. Okay, starting up. Client is up. We just need the server to load the levels and then the client will log in. Okay. So the client is up as well. So here is our NPC, the one that we usually trade with. And as you see now we have few new icons. I mean, we will change the icons in the future, but for now these are the icons we are using. So this one in the bottom left is the storage. So if I click on storage, you see the new window pops up. Is a window that has been already improved by Cyborg. So it's not, let's say, the basic, but it's already been improved. And what it does is it checks the item I have in my inventory. So in particular there are two tabs, store and withdraw. And store is me giving item to the NPC, and withdraw is the opposite. So is splitting in categories based on the categorization of the item. Now I don't know why the wooden spoon is considered a weapon, but it's okay. I mean, it is category, so I think it makes sense. And then if I click on items, I see the other items like slop, choose prairie, butter, and butter. So, and you see that it's split properly. is split properly, meaning that if I have two stacks like this one, 6 and 1, right? They are correct. And if I go on withdraw, it should list the items that we gave to the NPC, and we can get back. And also is the same thing, is divided by weapons and items. And in this case, okay, there is one. This is the stack count, right? And there is the price. Now the price doesn't make any sense for storage and withdraw, right? Is not the is the value of the item. It's not that the NPC is gonna make me pay for anything, right? So yeah, so I think it's pretty cool. So let's say I think it should work. So if I want to store, for example, a new item, right? Let's say that I want to store this one battery here, and I go on confirm. You said you store one battery. Now my inventory is not updated, right? So if I take this and I try to put it somewhere else, it will disappear. But it's okay, in the sense that, I mean, we may send a full inventory update, but I don't know if it's needed. So now if I go on withdraw under items, yes, I see my battery. So here it is. So I think it's working okay. The weird thing is that, like, the price is 5, and when I go to withdraw, the price is -5. Okay, so this may be misleading, because it is similar to the old buy and sell, you know, because we are reusing the same window of the buy and sell. But it seems to me that it's working okay. So if I want to withdraw one juice berry, how many do I have in my inventory at the moment? I have 3. So if I retrieve this, you got one juice berry fruit from the storage, and you see that now we have 4. So it's, in this case, it's been updated. This case, when you are receiving items, it seems that it's updated properly. When you are storing it, yeah, also when you are storing it, it's 3. I think it just doesn't remove the full stack if the item goes away. But I mean, at this point I think it's okay. So we want the functionality to be working. We don't want it to be perfect, because we're gonna have to change it anyway a bit, maybe, or refine it later on. So I think it's okay. I mean, it's playable, you know, you can use this. So for now I would consider it completed. I don't want to do more than this on this particular window. It seems that the size of the window is a bit off. As you see, I can go even more than the expected size, but it's okay. I can shrink it as much as I want. Okay, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. So for now, I think we consider that this is actually working properly. Okay. So I would say this mission, which by the way was nearly done already. Boom. App storage working is done. Now the next thing we have to do is to build a UI for banking, and this one we don't have yet. So this one we don't have. Just before starting the stream, I just copy pasted something here, which is I just copy pasted the Exchange UI, and I change it to banking. But all of this has to go away, right? I think so. How do we do it? Because the current banking window is this one that you see on the right side. Is this one. So he has the ability to, he lists the current amount available to withdraw. He asks you how much you want to withdraw, and then there is a withdraw button. So very simple. Then there is the amount available to deposit, which is the money that you have basically. he asks you the amount to deposit and then the deposit button. And then this part at the bottom, I don't understand exactly what it is. I don't remember. We did it so many years ago, but it seems that there is an exchange. So you can exchange coins, right? I don't know exchange in which sense, like you are getting Exa or Octa or Tria or something else, or Circle, like you are, I have no idea. What is that doing? Maybe for now we can leave it out. Maybe for now we can leave it out. Or we can keep it. I don't know. We can keep it. Is it needed? Any of you playing Planeshift today? Is this thing needed? I mean, is it something that we should keep, or is something that is obsolete and no one uses it? Let me see. Let me see if someone is online and can tell me. But for now, I think we can leave it in, and then we will see. Then maybe we will define. Hello, Maui. Do you think the exchange of coins is needed? I mean, it's something that people use today, or not? Hello, Dylan. How are you? Okay, so let's say that we keep it for now, okay? Do we need a trading with someone? I don't think we do. Do we want to organize this slightly differently? Well, these icons, by the way, should go because these two are not needed, so I can just delete it. And the same for this one. So this one we want to keep because are the ones that are Tria, Exa, Octa, and Circle. So these two I think are good. Now these are all text blocks. So we need basically one which is editable, right? So one is the money that you have. So one is the money that you have and the money you want to. So yeah, let's do it exactly like it is here. So available to withdraw. So this will become money available to withdraw. Or we can say just money in the bank. I don't know, maybe it's easier. So yeah, money. Do we say money or no? We say amount because it's not money, it's amount. So this will be amount available to withdraw, and then do you want to put it exactly like is in the other one, so that this thing is horizontal instead of vertical? I mean, we can. Because here we have the value at the top. I don't know, I think I like it more with the value on the left. I mean on the right. Like vertical instead of horizontal. I don't know if it's better, but I like it more, I mean. So this will be like my money. And then it would be nice to have a kind of a arrow, you know, kind of an arrow that says that we are taking the money from there. And anyway, this UI will be redone. Okay, so we don't need. I think we don't need now to make it perfect like visually, because anyway it will be redone. Does it make sense if I do something like this? So it is basically the money available to withdraw, and then the value. The problem is that this one has to be has to be editable, right? I don't know if I like the fact that I have two fields, one for the current money and another for the other one. Hello, Soup. 2 years ago, everything except Mexico were quite useless in the economy. Yeah, I don't know if it's needed to have this exchange, like if you want to have like some octa or some hexa, and so you want to exchange them for any reason, like maybe if there is a quest that is asking you, give me 3 octa. I don't know if it's still the case, but I remember there was one like this, and so maybe, you know. So amount available to withdraw, and so this is the money you have now. That is the I'm trying to make it intuitive, but I still didn't settle on what is the best intuitive. Let me try to sketch it somehow. So if let me try to do it. Because one way is to have, let's say, the coins here with a value, because I want to know how much I have in the bank, right? Do I really need to get the single currency, or should I just say please put in like 10,000 tria and then it figure out which kind of money, you know, which kind of currency he needs to use? Because at the moment we are not doing that. At the moment we are, let's say, specifically moving certain amount of money, certain type of money. I don't know. I don't know. But yes, one way will be to have it here and have here only the current value. So the current value is like 10, 50, 60, and then I have what? I need to have an input box. I think probably the best would be to have a spin box, you know. What if I have a spin box that I can drag up and down with the limit of my maximum and minimum? So instead of having this, I could say amount available, and then I can have, let me move this one here. I could have the opposite. I could have, there is the amount available in the bank, and this is what I want to get out of it. And I could have some spin boxes maybe, which are, what is the spin box? Spin box. Now I don't know if it's too big or too small or whatever, but we could have a spin box with the value. So you can type it, but you can also slide it with the mouse, and maybe it's a bit easier, you know. Font, I will need a smaller font, I think. Size, what is this one? The size of this one is 11. Okay, let's keep it the same. Size 11. Doesn't seem to make any difference. Whatever size I place there of the font, it stays the same. Interesting. Why doesn't change? Whatever I type, this thing is not changing. Okay, let's put it at 11 anyway. You got everything installed, Soup? Nice. Pretty good. So let's assume you have this spin box, which is here is the amount available to withdraw, and here is the amount chosen. So this will be amount to withdraw. So I think I can copy this and paste it multiple times. Where did it go? Okay. So we could have something like that, just a spin box and a value to avoid, you know, repeating everything, because I found it a bit daunting, you know, a bit too much. If I look at this window, there are so many numbers, so many icons, it's a bit confusing. So maybe we can just have this, and this will be called withdraw, right? So amount available, and we can say amount available, and then withdraw this, and then the next one will be so this can go on the top of the window, and the next could be, and this will be like the confirm, right? Because we have different buttons. Okay, I mean, we can have different buttons if we want. The problem is that we don't have a button that is large enough, I think. We need to remake it. I think it's fine. For now, let me leave it like this, and then we will change it as needed. So here we will have another label, right? And this other label will say, so the second one is deposit. So amount available, I don't like it too much. We can say in bank, something like that. In bank withdraw, and this will be like in your inventory. In your inventory, and this will be, let me just see if I can copy all of this. No, I can only copy one at a time. Copy, paste. No, I think it worked. I think it copied multiple entries. Okay, and this will be down. Yeah, now we will have to figure out the proper positioning, but again, someone else will improve the window then. So in the bank, withdraw in your inventory, right? In your inventory, and this will be store. I think we need this window to be slightly bigger. Not much, but canvas panel. Can I increase this canvas panel a bit? No. Because the grid panel is everything. Padding, row 2. Row 2. If I do row 3, what happens? Nothing. Canvas panel, grid panel. For some reason, these things are not in a panel. Okay. Yeah, these are not grouped in any way, while these ones are properly grouped into a grid. Yeah, maybe we want to group it. Let me see what happens if I group it. if I put a grid panel here and I put like all these pin boxes inside of it, just because maybe it just is a bit more organized. It looks better to me. The only problem is that we need then to define the padding, I think. Right? Because if I don't define the padding, they will be so much next to each other. Yeah, I think we have this padding 8, which is the same value we used for everything, and we can use it for this as well. Let me see if it's too big. It's a bit too big. Maybe we can do 4. Yeah. 4 looks more like it. Okay. We will fix it later. Okay, now we want to do the code basically. And then we can have another grid panel kind of here. No. Kind of here, yes. We want to have all these pin boxes inside a grid panel. And then I think we need to name all of those. As soon as they are, you know, in place. Okay. We do this padding number 4. Can I do the padding for all of them? That would be very nice. No, I cannot. Because padding is a bit of a special setting, I think. Okay. So I think it's intuitive enough, right? So in bank, withdraw in your inventory, and here will be how is it called? Deposit, right? Deposit, paste. Okay, so this thing will be deposit. Okay. Now the button I really don't like, but anyway will be redone. So should we put it here in the middle? Like you decide the value and then you click on this. I don't know, it makes more sense to me to be here anyway. I mean, it looks more intuitive if it's down there for whatever reason. Okay, let's just try to make it reasonably aligned. Okay. Well. Okay. Yes, I think it's okay. It's okay like this. Now we need to, yeah, all the code, because the code was copied from the Exchange window, so all of this unfortunately has to go. This one in particular, which was the initialization of the slots, makes no sense at all anymore, so we can delete them all. Yes, we can delete all of this. Accept button, I think. Yeah, also this stuff is not needed anymore. Okay, we can remove all of that. Makes no sense anymore. So we will have an accept, yes, when we click on withdraw. So this will be withdraw, and there will be also deposit, right? So there will be two functions. Now we need to just be sure that we have the 2 buttons with the proper name. Now we have to name everything. Okay, so this will be withdraw button. No, let's call it button withdraw like I do in general. Okay, and this will be button deposit. Okay, so it's a bit small for you. Maybe I can make it a bit bigger. And the icon, I mean, we will decide it. For now, it's fine as it is. Who cares? Yes, we need to set up the window. We need to set up the window so that the minimum and maximum are based on what is on the left. So we need to name all of this. Txt give 1, txt give 4. We can say txt give, I think it's okay, from 1 to 4, 1 to 4, and these are named txt give. Yeah, actually this should be txt take, not give. Txt take 1, txt take 2, txt take 3, txt take 4. Okay. And all of those we need somehow to, yeah, they have to be variables because we will have to actually write some data to these variables. And here will be txt give underscore 1 underscore 2 underscore 3 and underscore 4. And also all these ones has to be variables. Cannot do it in massively. Okay, I will click one by one. Okay. The deposit, I mean, all of this has to be variable by default. Yes, bin spin boxes, you see, by default they are variable already, so it's fine. Compile and save. Well, when I place on save, he asks me to compile again. No idea. Now we need to call this window, which is called win banking, and we need I have no idea when I clicking on save the compiling it says that I need to recompile it again, and when I click on compile it says I have to save it again. So like if there is something weird going on. Source control, check-in, refresh, revert. Oh, by the way, I integrated the SVN into Unreal. I didn't do it before, but I think it's pretty good. What it allows you to do, look at this. You can do source control diff against depot, and it gives you this window where you can check if there are differences in the graphs, right, or in the data, which is pretty cool, between what you have and what the depot has. So it's very nice. Like for example, if I go on Win Merchant, again, there should be a graph that is different. Yes, you see? It tells you exactly what you added and where and how. So you see that here there is this thing. In addition, I added a sell by, which was not available here on the previous version, and it's pretty cool. So I think that the SVN integration is useful. So we will keep it. We will keep it. Nice. So what we can do, yeah, I need to have the two buttons actually trigger something. Button click dispatcher, yeah, button withdraw, yes, and then this one I need to do the same, which will be button deposit, right? Okay, cool. This ID, I don't know exactly what is it. I mean, why I have this ID, but in our case we just read the spin boxes, right? So we will just we need to create a message, and now we have to work a bit server side, because okay, now the window is kind of done, but we need to understand how it was done in the old code and reuse as much as possible the old code. So banking. It should be in PS server char. It should be here already. Is banker, check if is banker alive. It's not here. Interesting. Seems it's not in this file, so if it's not in this file, wow, I searched entire solution. Okay, I didn't want to do that. Let me cancel if I can. Adjust money. Set money. We are using this probably because there is a boolean for banking. Okay, there is a PS money message and adjust money sent. So let me search for adjust money in all open documents and see. Here it is. So no, this is a reward type. No, I don't think we are using this one. Award to target. Probably not. Loot money. No, it's not loot money. I think we have to search it from adjust money. Move from offered money. Exchange adjust money. No, move from money. And there are a lot of functions here. In slot manager there are a few. I think the best for us to understand how it works is to start from the UI. Maybe it's easier to start from the UI. Transfer, exchanging character. Transfer money. Maybe we are using this now because actually, in our case, you see, it's always false. In our case, it should be true because we are going for a bank. So there should be an adjust money with true at the end. Player to player exchange. No, it's not this one. Okay, let's go through the UI. I think it's the easiest. Okay, so if we take the UI, we for sure have a window dedicated to banking, and it is bank window. And inside the bank window, we should have post setup, circle, blah blah blah. Okay, it's casting all of that. How is this coming from? This is coming from message type banking, yes. Okay. So handle message type banking. So if it's view bank, it does this. Okay, button pressed. Deposit. So withdraw deposit. I don't understand too much. Is this one, huh? PS GUI banking message. Is this one? Yes. I think it's this one. PS GUI banking message. So we should check in the code where we have a receiver of this message. PS bank window. Okay. Okay, it is where it is defined. We don't care about this. I want to see where we receive it. If it's anywhere else. I mean, there must be, obviously. There must be a server-side manager which is taking this data and is actually using it. It's consuming it, let's say. It's probably not in one of the files we have opened, so I have to go entire solution and search everywhere. Okay, that is where we construct the message. We don't care about it. That is where we send it out. Okay, fine. We knew this already. Yes. Okay, now we should probably find something more interesting. There should be a handle banking message, something like that. If we are, let's say, true to our naming convention, there should be something like handle banking message. Just have to understand in which class. Send bank window. Send bank window. That is the one that we are sending out. Yes. It's inside bank manager actually. Okay. We have a bank manager. I was not aware of it. We have a bank manager. Now, do we need this? I think we need this because this code is the one that is actually doing the job. So we need to port bank manager. Today we don't have it, I think. Today we don't have it. No, we don't. I don't know why bank manager is there, but yeah, because the other one that we just did, the storage, was not the storage manager, was inside PS server char, but okay. We have a bank manager. So let's go and get, I think we have to convert it, so we need to add a new mission to our list. We have a new mission. Yeah. We have a new mission now. The new mission is to convert bank manager. Yeah, we can keep the building of the UI. Building of the UI is pretty much done, let's say. So this mission to me is pretty much done. The problem is that we need to convert bank manager.cpp. Which is a bit annoying, but we have to do it. Okay. Convert bank manager CPP. Let's go, boys. Let's do this. Hello, Sway. Hey, welcome back. So, how do we do it? Very simple. I go in the old repository, and from the old repository, I just take under src server and I take bank manager. It's not too big of a file. I mean, it's not small, but it's not too big, so it should be relatively easy to port, hopefully. So we place it under server, and we just add it and to SVN, and we also add it to our Visual Studio project. Okay, under server. Okay. Okay, we deleted the old copyright, the old GPL license, which we don't need at the moment. And yeah, the question is, why is people putting money in the bank? What is the point of putting the money in the bank today? Is there a need? Why people are putting money in the bank if in their inventory doesn't take any space? I think it doesn't, right? It doesn't take any space, so it's not that if you have money with you, I don't know exactly what's the point of banking, if you ask me. Why people are just not keeping millions and millions in their own inventory? Why they have to put it in the bank? We may have usage in the future, right? Because the bank could manage we need to for example, the bank could manage, let's say, specific transactions like the guild bank. Normal bank is useless, but the guild bank. Okay, how do you activate the guild bank? Is it in the guild window, or is it in the same bank window? Yeah, cool banking features I think we can have. For example, the fact that you can maintain, you can get interest from it, or you can invest it somehow, we can invent something for that. So I think it's okay to have a bank manager, but can you tell me, in the guild, is the guild bank accessed directly or from the guild window? Let me check. Because maybe the guild window is more interesting than the bank window, this is what I'm thinking at the moment. I don't want to port something if this something is useless. There was a button in the normal bank window for guild bank. Am I in a guild? I don't know. Let me check if I'm in a guild. I have no idea. Yeah, I'm in a guild. I'm in a kind of a game master guild. Okay, I'm in the game master guild. And I have settings, I have members. There's only me in this guild, I think. Edit, pub notes, private notes. Chat, all chat. Guild bank, here it is. The guild bank is the last one, guild bank. So am I enabled? Which kind of level I am in this guild? In this guild I am a magistrate, so yes, I can administer I'm level 8, so I can administer everything. So I can also administer the guild bank. Now if I go to this guy and I start personal banking, but it's saying personal banking, administrative bank. This is this admin thing, but it's not, Let me search if in this code we have guild guild bank. If in this file, current document. Yes, actually the bank manager works also for the guild. You see, there is a guild flag that is getting passed through. So when I do withdraw or whatever, it goes to that. Get total funds. Yes, he consider also the guild. Okay. I just need to understand how to access this. Bank manager withdraw funds. Message guild. So yeah, it seems to be coming from the client side, but let me see if there is a guild bank window. There is a guild window, but not a guild bank window. Bank. Interesting. I don't know how to use my own game, huh? But I mean, this thing was done so much time ago that I don't remember. PS banking message. So when we are creating this, message from the client side, we are passing in also the guild information. Yeah. Send bank window. It seems that it's done when I send the bank window. Let me search for this one. Maybe it's easier. No, I think this thing is accessed somewhere else. Can any player tell me how to do it? I think that, or any GM or whoever. I need to know this, otherwise I'm confusing myself. Who is online? Because I mean, it's not. I don't know what is this admin. You know, administrative banking. I mean, it seems, but it's empty. You know. And it doesn't say guild anywhere here, so if I go under guild, I don't know if there is a bank, invite, leave, remove, edit points, public notes, private note, edit max GP. What is edit max GP? No idea. Online only, invite, leave, settings, refresh mode of the day, change mode of the day. Change the name, change the website, permissions and alliances. Do I need to be in my guild house maybe to see the bank of the guild? I have no freaking idea. Because here is relying always on the message that we are getting in, but so it's relying on the fact that we get this boolean, you know, automatically from some other part of the code. I just don't get. So admin should be the guild bank, you're saying? Okay, maybe it's just because I'm an admin, and so administrators maybe don't have you know, don't have a guild bank. Could be. So you're saying there is a administrative window. So if it's the administrative window, Let me search admin in the current document. Admin button. What is admin button doing? Admin button is set state admin false, admin window hide, admin window show, and that's it. I mean, I imagine people have money on guilds, but you see that the guild is always... how does it take the guild thingy though? Because it should take it from here somewhere. Let me check. In this file, there should be guild. The guild equal incoming guild. Incoming guild. So view bank. This is when we are sending out the message for a view bank. And then we are just using it as it is. So it's actually the server telling the client that is actually displaying at the moment with this particular message, view bank. So guild. I don't find the start, you know. I don't find the beginning of this. No. I found a news somewhere. They were speaking about it. I agree. Okay. I found a news that we posted in 2000 whatever. So banking. Players will now be able to have a personal bank account. Guild leaders will also be able to open a guild bank account. And set permissions who can access the account. Not enabled yet in game. Maybe he always remained not enabled. Maybe always remained not enabled. I don't know. How do you open a banking account? Are there specific NPCs? You need to be a leader. I'm level 8. GM leader level 9. You mean leader, huh? I'm level 8. You mean I have to be level 9 to start the bank? I can change my status on the guild, I guess. Can I change my state? I need someone to promote him. Who is the leader of this guild? Members. Level. GM leader is Ujadet. Okay, Ujadet, or whatever is the name. He's not online at the moment. Can I just switch it? There should be only one leader at a certain time, or it can be multiple leaders. I mean, I can change my access to 9. Right? What is the... Where is this information stored? There's in my, I think it's inside guilds levels. Let me see guilds. Name char founder ID. They created bank. The money is here. The money is actually in the guild itself. Okay. You see? That is where is the money of the guild. Guild levels. These guild levels, I think, is only this. Yes, but where do you have the guild information? I think it's on the characters itself, right? I think every character should have. Every character, let me check. We'll have a guild level. Yeah, guild member of a guild level. There it is. Okay. I mean, I can try to move myself to 9 and see what happens. Okay. I don't know if, and I will do it from the database on another PC. 1 second. So I think I need to disconnect though. Or can I change my guild level by? Let me see if there is a guild command. Maybe there is a guild command. Guild, you must enter the text. Thank you. Guild what? Guild hello. I know I'm speaking to the guild in this way. Now, is there a command to set the no? Maybe there is a command that I don't know at the moment, but I think there is, or I don't remember, but there is. Okay, let me just change my level. I need to log off, I think, because otherwise it will be. Let me log in on production, which is this one. Yes. Okay, I logged in. I go in SQL Plus and MySQL, and I need to change. So I need to change the character table. Like update. First of all, I need to understand what is my ID. Select ID from characters where username, no, where name equal Talad. Okay, that's my username. I'm on another PC, yeah, so you cannot see this, but it's fine. Then I have to update characters, set guild level. Yes, guild level equal to 9, where name equal Talad. Hopefully there is only one. Yes, it's only one. Okay, you updated one line. So if I restart the client, I should be level 9. It's a bit annoying that it must be. I mean, it's only the owner that can. Maybe the owner can request an account or something. I don't know. Bit confusing. There should be at least a message telling you, you know, that you cannot do it. And why admin is called admin and is not called guild? No idea. No idea, boys. Okay. Client crashed. Really? Client crashed? Okay. Let me log in and see if now we are level 9, if anything is different. So members, online only. Crap, I think it's cached. I think it's cached because I'm still level 8. No? I mean, okay, let's see. Maybe it's cached. Maybe it is cached. Yeah. Crap. Should I create a new guild with another character and that's it? But I need... okay, let me try to log in with another character and create a new guild, okay? See you, Dylan. See you. I don't know. I find the fact that that window is completely empty a bit weird, you know? Like, why that window is completely empty? And do we have a guide on this? I mean, how do people know this? Do we have a, in our wiki, do we have a, if I go banking, in-game help, bank window, bank, no, bank is not here, banking is not here. I mean, he found it. Maybe it's not in this banking. Guild bank. If this is enabled, members of this level have access to the guild banking account at the banking NPC. Okay. So, I mean, it seems working, but guild bank, it's like guild bank has to be enabled. Maybe I need to be the owner. Yeah, I need to be the owner of the freaking guild. I think I need to be the owner. I think I need to be the owner at least to enable it. Okay, fine. We can do this. We can. I mean, a guild bank is very useful. I mean, a personal bank makes no difference, but a guild bank is very useful. So I think we should port it. So we will log in with this girl here, and I'm still an admin because the account is an admin, so I think I should be able to do whatever I want. Let me see if she has a guild. It's saying you are not in a guild. New guild must have a minimum of 1 member, and the fee is 20,003. Beware, the guild will automatically be disbanded if less than 5 members for more than 5 minutes. Fuck, we have 5 minutes. Do you want to find a guild now? Yes. And the name of the guild, my guild. Okay, it costs 20 minutes. Okay, I don't have the money, but I can. What was it? Award money 20,000. Me? No. Tria, maybe it's a reward award. Tria 20,000. No. Reward money. No, I need to say Trias. Okay, you have been awarded 3 by AGM. Yay! So we have money now. We have money. Look at this. We are super rich. Okay, nice. Now I want to found this guild. Yes, please. Do you want to fill a guild? Yeah, I want to. Erelog Fighters. This would be my guild name. I found it. Okay. So, message of the days. Hello. We have 5 minutes of time before this is shut down. Okay, how do I members remove edit point, public notes, private note, max GP, permission. I don't know, I'm the guild master. Okay, let's assume it's created, okay? Let's assume it's created. So let's go to teleport me Arnquist. Let's go to Arnquist and see what happens. So I'm here. Hello, man. Hello. Yeah. No. Banking. Banking. Okay, banking admin. It's empty. It's still the same. How do I enable this thing? Fuck it. How do I enable it? I'm the leader of the guild now. I'm the leader. Okay, let me click on freaking anyone can use the guild bank. Anyone, any level. Anyone, any level, hopefully including me. But admin is empty. Is any of you part of a guild and can go and check? Because I don't understand how this works really. I have no idea. I have no idea. Why this one is empty? By the way, the guild will be disbanded in 5 minutes. If we don't have at least 5 members. View chat. All chat, private notes, public notes, edit, points, privileges, promote, remove, invite, chat, view chat. Maybe there is a command or something, but I think the guild only has, you know, guild command. Do we have a bank something? Let me try bank. Bank, personal, or guild? Okay, bank, guild. And it's empty. This window is always empty. Why this window is always empty? Message banking. Okay, let me try to do something. Let me try to give me money again. So award money 3 years, I don't know, 4,000, 40,000, whatever it is. Me, to me. Okay. Then let me try to open up, you know, to do bank guild, and you open up this window. Your targets must be a banker. Okay. Bank guild. Then let me go to money and try to deposit something. Okay, I will deposit 4 circles. Okay. Now guild bank, yes. Okay, I mean this is very complex to use. How can our players use this? Poor players. So basically you have to do bank guild to actually see the money of the guild. So let me try again. So now if I do bank guild, the amount available you see is 4 to withdraw. If I just do bank, is 0, right? Okay, so it seems to be possible only by command line. So you have to do bank guild and bank personal or whatever. It is so annoying, boys. There is really no other way. Oh my god. I mean, there should be another icon, or they should be here exactly under admin, right? There should be the same thing. The same thing populated with the guild thingy. But anyway, it's fine. We understood how it works, which was the purpose of this. Right, so we can access the guild bank. Now the only problem is, do we have this bank command available? Bank usage, personal or guild. I don't know where this bank command is. Would be nice to port the bank command, but I think we can have it working also without. Right? Let me see, where is it? Messages. Command bank is just under messages. User messages. User message. PS user message is this thing. Attack queue. Not 100% sure of this, but it seems to be inside user message. We will have to go and see, because messages, bank, personal guild, there it is. There is inside user manager. So user manager we have already. Handle banking. Okay, so this one is the one that we already ported. This piece we already ported. Yeah, check which account we are trying to access, personal or guild, you say? Yeah, so it works this way, which is pretty good. Handle banking is associated to bank inside user manager. Okay. I think we need though to do I think we need to, because this part is not really working at the moment in our Unreal Engine. This part, all these commands, I think, are not available. If I go, yeah, but why not having a kind of a tab at the top which says personal and guild, right? Exactly like it was in the window, but it's not populated, you know, like personal and guild, you know. We need that. We absolutely need that. Maybe we can put it anyway, and just to remember, you know. So I think that this thing needs at the very top 2 buttons or 2 tabs or 2 whatever, which are which are managing this. How do I extend? Because it's the image at the back, right? Yeah, I think. Okay. So I would like to move this down a bit, and I would like to move this down a bit, and now maybe not that big, but this will be like personal banking, and I don't know if I really like it here at the top. I don't know if I like it to be like here on the side or here on the side, or maybe a flag, or I don't know, I have to think about it, but for now I think it will be like this. I know it's not super nice, but I think it will be like this. No, I lost the click. Okay, so we can put a text on top of this and a text on top of the other one, and the text will be, yeah, not that big, but will be personal and guild. Personal and guild, so we need both. Can I click on that? So this will be guild, okay. This will be 12, okay. Okay, the colors and the thing, we will figure it out another day. Okay, okay, fine. So, yeah, I think that this guild banking will be more complex than I was thinking, but it's fine. So you can click on personal and guild, and when you click on one or the other, is basically refreshing the whole window, okay? Because yeah, is getting different data. The one that you have in your inventory stays, but the one that you can put into the guild is different. So okay, let's have, so this button will be button personal, personal, and this one will be button guild, right? And what we want to do, I mean, deposit and withdraw are exactly the same, are identical, right? So this window stays the same, it's just that it's working for the guild or for yeah. You can be in one guild only at a time, you cannot be in multiple guilds, so you will know which one, you know, is your guild. So, and you have to be enabled, so in case, I think in case you click on guild and you are not enabled to banking, it should give you a message saying this guild doesn't have a bank or something like that, or you are not in a guild, or you know, yeah. Okay, we can figure that out. So so now what? Now we need, yeah, what I wanted to do, I wanted to be sure that we can issue this bank command or these other commands. I don't know if I want to do it now though. Handle banking, because handle banking is checking the target, checking the range, checking if the banker is alive. Well, this one we will have to call anyway, because it's the one that we call when we right click on, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. This one we need anyway. This one we need anyway. So handle banking. So we need a yeah, we need a function somewhere in our player controller, as usual, that is sending out, that is requesting this information, right? So that is storage. I think I need to put some separators in this text because it's always hard to very hard to read. So what if we do something like this, and we say here merchant window by cell. Is it a bit easier maybe to identify? And then down here this is all merchant, and starting from here is storage window store and withdraw. Yeah, I think it's a bit easier to read. And this one here is crafting. Okay. Now what we want to add one method which is related to banking, and this will be PS interactions. Yes, is inside PS interaction category, and will be called request banking. Request banking. I think it's okay. Request banking. Now, I think request banking is directly calling this handle banking. I think it's going inside of this directly. So let me just see what we have in this message. In this message we have one parameter which says if it's personal or guild. I think there is nothing else in the message. Message action. Yes, there's nothing else. So so we can even have a boolean then. Why we need to have now? We can have a boolean which is personal. Now I think we had the opposite. We had a guild, and if it's false by default, right? Okay, so this one we want to implement, and we put it in Planeship Player Controller CPP, and this one is coming from this one, and is this, and we want to print out something. Yes, we want to know that we called it because it is very useful. And what we want to do, we want to call user manager and then our handle banking something as soon as IntelliSense will wake up. But even if it doesn't wake up, we can search it manually. Yes, it's this one, handle banking, right? So handle banking. Now the parameters will be different, so we will just change this to be we need the client. We need the client as usual. Is the client me or is the client the target? No, the client is me. So it's exactly the same as all the others. So we will have guild and pawn, right? Where guild is a boolean that comes from the from the command, or okay, fine. So I think that is fine. Now what we need to do, we need to hot reload this. Then this we can close, we don't need anymore. Yep. Now what we need to do, we need to implement it on the interact window, right? Because when we click on that button, at the moment we do nothing, but we want to do something. So in the interact UI, which is here, why has this exclamation point? No idea. Is someone checking in stuff in SVN? Because it could be but please, I need to, let me see if I do an update. Cyborg, if you are working on it, I'm working on the interact UI as well, please. Did you change it? I think you changed the interact UI, but I'm working on it as well. I think we'll give conflicted. Well, actually, I didn't do any change to the interact UI, so I can NPC bubbles. Wait a second, it's complaining because, let me save everything and update. I think you checked in something, Cyborg, right? Let me just update right now to see where we are. Okay, I need to clean up because it messed up something. Okay, update. No, okay, you didn't touch any of the one that I touched, so perfect. 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 No, we didn't overlap. We didn't overlap, so which is great. So let me continue with this. So I can continue without any clashes, which is really, really good. So let me launch the editor and see. So what I want to do, I launched the editor. Stupid me. I didn't want to. I mean, I have to compile first and then launch. Or I can compile hot reload. Let's compile hot reload. It's fine. Just to get that thingy. So let me compile a hot reload, so we'll get immediately the new functionality, which is this request banking. So as soon as it compiles, inside our interact UI. Yeah, why is Planescape Player Controller not compiling? Could not find a variable name, label, skill, and character description. Okay. Because he's working on the character description, it's fine. We will not touch the Cyborg. You need to touch the player controller because we may have. Maybe you touched it already, yeah? Because I think I did some small changes here, not big, but it is some small changes. So if you need, yeah, player controller is a kind of the collector of every single message, so it's very easy, very likely to get a clash if you're working together concurrently. So what I wanted to do in Interact UI is to have, yes, our banking interaction, there it is, you see, which is empty. Banking interaction, I need to show my window. Oh, by the way, I still have to add my window to the list of windows. Yes. It is pretty complex, boys. No, it's not complex, but means I have to change W container as well. I have to change W container and I have to add a new window. There are so many. Okay, here. So, in addition to this, character detail. I have the feeling is modifying it. Cyborg, I need to know if you are modifying this because I can hold it. I can wait maybe if you are modifying this. I think I need to know because I see you added something, right? You added show log. Yes, you checked in something, but luckily nothing of this was clashing with me, so it's perfect. Okay. Unfortunately, Cyborg is not answering at the moment. He's online, but when you ever get a chance at some point, do you mind letting me have address to fetch the EU version of Planescape in the Spell Manager port? Yes. Sure, Soap. So the address is this one. I can give it to you. Then you need a user. Did I give you a user already? I will send it to you here in Discord. What is it? Okay. I will send a private message in Discord. So anyway, this is the URL, which is fine. Then you need also a user if you don't have yet, because it's not public. I mean, it's not public. I give access to whoever asks, but I would like to know who has access. So let me check if you already have a user. I don't remember if I added you already. So Cyborg is here. There is a guy named Jess, and there is Way. No, it seems that you are not in the list. unless you have another nick that I don't know of. I don't think you do. Okay. Let me just disable some guys that are not active at the moment. Because if they are not active, I don't want them to have access. I mean, if they are helping, yes, but if they are not helping, I don't want. Okay, I'm generating a password for you. Just randomly clicking on the keyboard. And oh my god, I have to copy paste this. No, I have to. Okay. Let me try. The password is this thing. Wow, I generated a monster. Let me just double check. Should be okay. Okay, so I sent you the login and the password, right? So it's login/password, and yeah, it's active already right now. Okay, maybe before checking in anyway, you can send me the file. I don't know, because remember that when you check in something, if it's not compiling or if it's having any issue, you know, maybe a problem because someone else may check out and then it doesn't compile, and so they get stuck. Okay, so Cyber answer that is not using player controller. So NW container. Okay. Okay, so it's not using it, so we can use it. So let me go in W container and add a new window. We need to add a new canvas first, which is the canvas for our banking window. So we need a new canvas. Canvas panel, right? These are canvas panels. Yes, canvas panel. So we add it here, and we call it canvas banking, and we make it a variable because we need it as a variable, and we put it whatever. We put it here, like big like this. And then we will sort out how big we want it in the future. Okay. Now we need to add this canvas banking here, which will become the number 17 of our windows. Then what else I have to do? I always forget what I have to do to add these windows. So I need to go into the window data. Yes, this one. I need to ensure that I have a 17 parameter. Draw window border, container item, I don't know, border, yes. And is window visible as a default? Is not. And can window be closed as a default? Yes. Well, yes, it can be. Can window be moved? Really? Be moved? Yes, I would say. Then canvas size this one, active window we don't care, height limits. Okay, here we need to start to populate the we need to add and populate this thing is So how to do it? Wind banking. So we need to figure out the exact size of this. The size at the moment is 400 by 550. So 400 by 550. 400. So width limit is 400 by 400, and height limits is 550. Okay, width limits we did. The full screen position. The full screen position, I think it should be kind of in the middle. Well, not middle, maybe. Let's do 200, 200. And the fold sides, we said 400 horizontal by 550. And window classes, we add a new one, which is Win Banking, right? And deco array, I don't know what is it, can be resized. I would say no, cannot be resized, and that's it. Okay, so we added all the information here, which is good. Now another thing we need to do, is to change the PS window. Right? Container detail. I think it has to be item detail, container detail, item detail, container detail. Cyber, one thing, you forgot to update PS window. I mean, in the past, if you don't update it, it becomes, I think it doesn't work. You forgot to update EPS windows for the char detail. I will add the value for it as it's needed when you compare the window type. So let me add two values then. We add one for our how do we call it? Character detail? Yeah, character detail. Let's call it character detail. Character detail. And then I add another one which is for our banking. So I will just call it banking. Now the point is that these two have to go at the right place. So exactly here, because there is a reasoning which is long to explain, but anyway, they have to be at the right sequence. He has to stay exactly with the same order as you declared it in the W container. Otherwise, it doesn't work. So. Right, okay, so we have it here, we have it there, it's done. I think there is nothing else to do to add the window. I think there's nothing else to do. So let me check if now what I need to do is we said is number 17, right? Because 11 was merchant, yes, it's number 17. So we need to show careful, there is the storage, no, the banking. So I think we can copy exactly the same. Now it will not be exactly the same, but we can start from here, so at least it's a good start. And we enable window number 17. Okay, we show window number 17. So we do this, we do this, we do this. Now, yeah, win merchant. So this one, set up merchant storage window. Do we need a setup? I don't think we do. I don't think we do. We need a setup. The only thing that we need is to call the handle whatever, which is a new function that we need to put inside Planeship Player controller. So we need a new request. We need a new event. Add event, custom event. It will be called request banking or start banking. Begin request banking. Request banking, I think is fine. Request banking. So this will be ask server to start banking. Okay. Now let's say ask server banking information. I mean, it's more English. And now this request banking, the only thing that it needs to have is if it's a guild or not. So it needs to have a parameter, which is a boolean, which is guild, right? And this one has to be server side and reliable. Okay, so this is the function we need to call. Maybe needed, Cyborg, if you're listening. So I'm getting this error though when I compile. I couldn't find variable named label skills. I'm getting this error, by the way. Anyway, request banking. So request banking. Now we should have, if we are server side, we should have our request. Fuck, we called it the same. I think we called it the same, as usual. Yeah, request banking. Okay, that's a bad name. This is a bad name. Let's call it request banking on server, so we don't confuse ourselves. And request banking should be available, right? No? Why? Maybe it didn't compile. Yeah, it didn't compile. Why it didn't compile? The first include statement of bank. Ooh, he's trying to. Wow. He's trying to include bank manager already, which we didn't port yet. He's trying to include bank manager, we didn't port yet. That is a bit of a mess. Should we? Yeah, I think we should port it, and yeah. Okay. So yeah, it would take a bit to port it though, but we can try. Because we need to port this as well, yes, as part of the freaking. So let me just go through this quickly and see. Let me do the standard substitution. CS string with F string, current document everywhere. Same here, everywhere. Then PS character becomes APS character. everywhere, and the same here. Okay. Then we have CS array with T array everywhere, and the same here. Okay, it's not available. And yeah, then we have game event. This one should become UPS game event. Everywhere here and everywhere here. Okay. Then let's see what other errors we get. We should not get too many errors, but then we need to declare, yes, this bank manager, we should not declare it here at all. We should declare it global, and we will declare it here. So we say bank manager pointer to bank manager, and then we will declare this one as well in our PS Unreal, as an extern, like I did it already for everyone else. And I would say that is defined in bank manager.cpp. Okay, so now we have our global variable. Now what we need to do, we need to initialize, well, we need to finish to port the code, and then we need to initialize it. But okay, let me see if bank manager has no errors left. Should not be. Client, whenever we have client, should be APS character everywhere. Yes. Wow, 7. I'm always scared about those big substitutions, but I think it's the way to go. And 5, okay. And 5. Okay, so let's check if this one now compiles fine. I don't want it to work at the moment, I want it to compile. Because otherwise the solution doesn't work anymore. I think IntelliSense is still not parsing this. I think it's still thinking. Because you see you have all the old errors here. Okay, so this one seems to compile now. Well, at least to not give no visible errors. Let me see the CPP. The CPP will have a lot of errors. So this one should go, this one should go. The subscribe we don't do anymore. The select becomes query. All the iResult row become PS result row. There's only one. This thingy becomes a ulog. No, I didn't disable you. I disabled just a guy that was I mean, it was here like 2 or 3 months ago, and then he disappeared. So, and anyway, if he comes back, I will enable him again. I just want to be sure that the people that have access are actually active. So, yeah, so they are giving back a bit, you know. So if I go here. This guild banking is super annoying, though. I don't know how many people know it, that you have to do /bank guild to, I mean, maybe the people in the guild knows it, but it's not very intuitive from the, you know, from the user perspective. It's not very intuitive at all. So this one is an error. We should print it out this way, and that's fine. Exit 1 is not really the way to do it. I think I think exit 1 in game mode is this. Okay. Then get int32, I think it's just get int. If I remember right, yes. Get my script engine, this is not really needed because we already have a math script engine, which is this. And what else? I hope there are not too many errors, but I think we will have a few. So the get sides become num because these are arrays and not, there is only one. Okay. The get becomes just this. Yeah, I think it will take a bit to do this. Cache manager. Find guild should be there. Then format. Let's do it in passes because it's easier. Okay, so this is character loader. I think we have a character loader. What is this loading, by the way? Is loading characters here? Process tags. It was the first implementation of taxes that we never applied then, but never applied. So error. Let's do all the errors, okay? So that so this becomes this get last query, which I don't remember if it's a string. No, it's a const char, so this is fine. And then this. There is another error 3. So that is fine, and this has to be escaped. Then let me check the other errors. It's not too many. This class is an easy one. I mean, it's not a tough one. At least it looks like it's not too tough. There are some debugs. No other errors. Okay, so we can do the debugs. Debugs are easy. So this will become log and be like this, incline num. I'm not 100% sure that this is correct, but we will see. Do we have a debug that is only no? Another debug that is only yes? Okay. We do. Could not create a valid. This will change. Okay, anyway. Let's put it as it is, but it's not gonna be that way. Event manager, I have to change it. There is another debug. Received. Okay. Okay, we did all the debug. Now I think we should do all the send system error because there are so many. Let me do all of this at once. No. Send system error. Okay, let's go. One by one. One by one, boys. That is client. I started to be pretty quick at doing these changes, by the way. After I did like 1 million, I'm now, you know, pretty quick in doing this porting. Boom. Okay, we copy this. Character data is not needed anymore. Send system error. This is also a one-liner, so easy. so easy. That is not needed. And again, that is one line. You cannot withdraw more than you have. Yeah, that's true. You cannot. And this. Okay. Yeah, there's still a number. That is the annoying part of doing the porting, you know, so when you just have to change messages one by one. That is where I may need someone to help, so we do it quicker if we are more people. Your targets might be a banker, yes, true. Then this one is not a one-liner, so I will do it later. And this one is. This one is one line. Boom. 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 This one is not one line. And this one is one line. I'm doing all the one lines first, and then I'm doing all the others next. Okay, I think I did them all. Yes, I did them all. So I need to now to do the 2 lines. There are not too many, luckily, so I think it's fine. The 2 lines are like this. Is always client, yes. And message. And I have to close this here and just check if this is a string. Client, get actor, get mode string. Get actor is not needed anymore. Get mode string, I don't know if I have it. Yes, it's a const char. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Then this one. I still have to understand how to put this cable, so it is not annoying. The cable of the headset. Get character data doesn't exist anymore. Oops. I have to cut this. This one is for sure a string, and this can go. Okay. We don't have any system error anymore. Now let me see if we have any system OK or any system info. No, we don't. Okay, nice. So I think we did them all. Now we still have a number of errors though. Yes, there are some format. We can do all the format. Let's do all the format. All the format are like this. Just have to remember to do equal to that. And this BNID. Okay. There is another format here. Oops. Okay. And there is another one here. Okay. Another one. And another. Okay, I will have to check this thing of taxes, because it seems that some code is in, but I think had never been used. Okay, there's still an error tree. This one we forgot. This one we forgot. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we're going quick, but obviously it takes time to do this. Delete index fast. Delete index fast. I don't remember what is it. Is just remove at. Okay, that's easy. That's kind of easy. Okay, we're only 2 entries. The get are just the brackets. Oops. What time is it, boys? It's 23. No, there's still a bit of time. We still have a bit of time. Get character data is not needed, because in our world doesn't exist anymore. Now, another error tree? Okay, I thought I got them all. Okay. Let me search for error 3, maybe there are more. Yeah, there are a million more. Okay. Every time there is a query, there is a printout for the error. So that's why. Okay, and that's it. Error 2? Error 1? No. Okay. Yeah, we're squashing bugs pretty quick. I mean, the porting. So I think we are going fast. At the moment, we are going pretty fast. Thanks to the fact that I did this job like a million times. SQL append. Append this next event date. I just need to know if this is a number. Yeah, this is a number, I think. So it should be fine. Should be fine. Append formats. Are there any more? No. Okay, good. Expected a member name. Okay. This one. New PS Money game event. Think this one we will have to port later on. For now, you know what? I will do a nice EU fix me. And I will say port. We need to port it, and at the moment I'm not porting it, but we need to do it. Did this already ourselves, so it's fine. And then we have this big banking message. This is the one that we have to convert. That is the reason why we are here at the moment, for this thing. Exactly for that thing. Client get PID $unbox. This should be the same here, I think. Yes. So banker should be an actor, and then we need to actually we need to do this banker obj. We need to cast this So we will have APS character star banker equal to cast to APS character of banker obj, right? And so no, wait a second. What did I do? Sorry, I did some mess. No. I need to cast this one to my banker, right? Yeah, I don't need this. And if not banker, yes, exactly. If not banker get character data makes no sense anymore. So we can remove it, and is banker is needed. So yeah, and then we check the range, get range 2. That is different, is get distance to banker, which is fine. Now this can go, just fixing the easy ones, then the hard ones I will do it in a second, okay? PS GUI bank message. Okay, I think we have very few arrows left. PS GUI banking message. Why this one we don't have? I think we should have in bank manager somewhere, right? No? Okay, we don't. Let me check why. Where is this defined in the old code? I think it's probably on messages. I'll open documents. Where is this defined? Yeah, messages.h. Okay, I mean, this one we can define anywhere. We can define we can't define here. I mean, banking message will be used only inside banking, right? But I don't think we ever need this, because we will directly call these functions. Yeah, we will directly call these functions. Perfectly fine. So because this guy is coming through this, and then is doing what? Is doing message. Let me check how is this message structured. Okay, so he has the specific command. Okay, and this I understand. And then he has all this stuff. Holy moly. He has all this stuff. So we should have all this stuff in our constructor. I think so. Why we have certain banking message which are different? So it's the same message with 3 types, with 3 different types. This I really don't like. Why? When do we use one or the other? That's the question. When do we use this one, the full one, or the small one, or the other one? When do we use these things? Why we have so many different ones? So like here we are in sandbank window and we use the full one, the one with all the parameters. right? Then okay, this is the construction. We don't care. We don't care. We don't care. Like here we are using a subset. I mean, I would like to use always the same one. Why I need to use 3 different type of messages? Okay, to send less data. Yes, to send less data, because obviously if I'm sending I mean, I can have 3 methods. I can have 3 methods. I think it's kind of okay. One is withdraw with these parameters. Maybe with a boolean, which is deposit or withdraw, and it's just this. Because the other one is exchange coins. Okay, okay, that's fine. Okay, I see. I see. Yeah. So that one is used by exchange coins. It would be nice to document it though, because like this is very hard to know. It's not very documented. Let me add maybe a few comments here so we remember for the next time. What is doing? He's searching. Okay. We have to wait till he stops. Thank you. So let's go into the creation of this. Which we said is here. Okay, so this one is used to exchange coins with, so this guy is now I need to find it again. I wanted just to type the. Okay, let me copy the. I think they're all here. Exchange coins. Yeah. Okay. So this one is used for that. This one is used to withdraw or deposit. With, and then I added the 2 messages. One is this one. Oops. And the other one is this one. Okay, and the first one is the first one I think is used when we send the wall window. Circle banked. Circle here, and then there is this max. Max, I don't know what is it. Because there is what is in the bank, what I have in my inventory. This one I have no idea. But anyway. So that is when I think that one is used, the full one is used when we view the bank. Right? When we view the bank, we send everything. Used to display information in the bank window with this thing. I think that is what it is. I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but I think it makes sense. So in our case, we need to create 1, 2, and 3 functions. So we need 3 different functions, or we use what should we do? We should create 3 functions. or just use one, which is this one, which is handle banking, and then inside, and then have all the parameters here, and then have the command, which is actually the actual command. It will become pretty big though. I mean, and also we don't optimize at all. The problem is that the initial check, which is this one, is the same for every mode. Yes, all this part is exactly the same. So, or we move this to a validate banking, like I've seen in other cases, and we return false if it's not, you know. Yeah, maybe that's the best idea. And then the handle banking, and then we have 3 methods, one for each, right? And then we have 3 methods, one for each exchange. I think it's okay. I think we can do that. I mean, it's changing a bit the structure of the bank manager, but I don't feel is a problem. So we will have a new function which is called validate banking, which will take no parameters, I guess. We need the client at least. We need the client, and we need the guild. We need the client and the guild, and that's it. Okay, fine. So we need the client and the Boolean guild, and based on this we can do our work. So I will take all of this up to here, make a new function which will be returning Boolean and be called validate banking, and have this signature, right? And this one we don't care about this because will never happen, and the rest should be already okay. All this should be already compiling okay. The only point is that we need to return false, here, 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 and here, and if all these checks goes well, we return true. Okay, fine. So now in our handle banking, we will have 3 functions. We said not one. We will have 3 functions. So will be handle banking deposit. Well, handle banking deposit withdraw. I mean, it's a bit long as a name, but handle banking deposit withdraw. Okay, it's fine. So this one will take the version with these parameters. Okay. So we don't need anything. Well, we need a client for sure. We need a client, and then we need this. Now, why this is on multiple lines, I have no idea. Okay. Yes. Then again, this will never happen. So now, instead of all of this stuff, we don't do it anymore. We just call validate banking, and we pass in the client and the guild, and that's it. Yes, validate banking, right? Validate banking, the client and guild. So if this is false, we just return, so we do nothing. If this is true, we continue. Validate banking is not defined. It's just because this is not defined, boy. I understand your problem, no problem. I can fix that. So this one must be public though. It has to be public. And returns void. Okay. Okay. Okay, fine. So this one is fine. So this one is the function we will call to deposit or withdraw. We need another one, which will be for handle banking exchange. And this one is a bit simpler. It only has these parameters: guild coins and coin. Okay, and then we will have another third one. I don't know if we ever need it. Let's see. So let's create this one, so which is handle banking, which does this. So withdraw or deposit. We need to know if it's withdraw or deposit though. We need to know this as well. So this must be a parameter that we pass in. So there should be another bool which is what is the default? The default is deposit or the default is withdraw? No idea. It's the same. Bool deposit. So this one has to go in the signature of this, right? And then here will be very simple. We just if not deposit, if not deposit, we withdraw, and else we do this, and the exchange will be in another function, which is the function I'm creating down there. So it will be like this. I don't know exactly why I split those two, but I think it's a bit cleaner, you know, to avoid having a super big message with a million parameters and not even using them all. I think it's probably simpler. So here we need to do the validation the same way we were doing above. So we have this line the same, and then this piece, so client, everything you see message is now a parameter, so we can remove this, and yes, and this, and this, and this, and this. Everything that is message dot we can replace with nothing. The same here, everywhere. Okay, so it's a bit easier. Okay, yeah, the break is not needed. Break is not needed, and the return is fine. So now, what do we need? We need this to be a function of bank manager, and handle banking exchange. We added it already. Okay, good. Good. So I think we are in good shape. Just need to understand the remaining errors. Yes, the remaining error is this big thingy, which is actually the message that is sent out to populate the view bank window. So this one should be this one should be a new implementable event, right? Yes. There should be a new implementable event with 1 million parameters. PS interaction, I think we can keep it. And this will be called let's give it a name. Let's give it a name. The name will be what? Receive. For sure is a receive. Receive banking view message. Bank view message. Bank or banking? We always use banking, I think. We always use banking. Well, but we have also send bank window. Receive bank view message. Okay. Now here in terms of parameters will be a freaking mess. Will be all of those parameters, all of these parameters, all of those. So we take it from here, which is better because it's already with the right, you know. Maybe we can even leave the indentation. Who cares? Okay, so blueprint implementable event with all of this stuff. Yes, floatable integer. And this one I'm expecting to see in my blueprints. Now, instead of this message, we will call this function. So we will call this like this. Now the point is that we have to call it on our PlaneShift player controller. So we have to do the usual stuff, which is if I search, what is the easiest to find? The easiest is if I search PlaneShift player, no? PlaneShift player controller base. 1 second. So if I do find entity, come on. There was a find, boys. Where is it? Pretty sure there was a find entity. Exactly this thing. So we have to call something like that. No. This is in our player controller. It's not in. Yeah. So it's client. It's just client. It's just client. It's just this client. It is our. No. Is we need to get the controller and cast it. Why don't I have PlaneShift player controller here anyway? Okay. We need to do. I will do it manually. Who cares? So we need to do get controller, and then we need to cast this to. We need to cast this to a PlaneShift player controller base, and this thing will then have this message on. Okay. Fine. Fine. Okay, so this will be the call. Now, the sending, that is okay. The messages are always valid, so there is no... This will never happen. So we can delete that. So here we are sending out the information of our window, so the content of the window, based if it's a guild or not. And we are sending it out. Yes, we are sending it out. Do we have 0 errors? Really? Do we have 0 errors? Oh my god. Cannot believe it. Nah, probably still thinking. Let's try to compile anyway and see what happens. Meanwhile, I drink something, okay? Wait for me, boys. 1 second, let me check one thing quick. Okay. 1 second. I just take a drink while it compiles. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Still compiling, huh? Okay. We have some errors. Bank manager undefined. Well, it's not exactly true, because bank manager is actually defined in PS Unreal, and no, sorry. Bank manager defined here. Why complains that the bank manager is undefined? I mean, it's defined here. Message manager bank man. No, this thing we have to remove. I think this is what is messing him up. We don't need that. What? I think it's where this is when something, I mean, it doesn't like something and it's getting confused about it, and let me just check if I have bank manager defined in our dummy class, because maybe it is getting overridden by that. Yes, we do, that's why. That's why. It's getting all of this as a kind of a double thingy. By the way, why we add this defined? I have no idea. Was this used by something? Anyway, I can't remove it. Now we have it implemented for real, so I can remove it from our dummy class. By the way, we should search in this dummy class. I think there are still few thingies that we can remove, but like client, I think we will be able to remove it soon. Probably we can already remove it. I think it's not used anywhere anymore. Okay, let's see if it compiles okay, or if it's still giving a million errors. In theory it should be fine, because now it was finding bank manager twice, so I think that's why he was getting confused. Okay, now we get some errors here in user manager, but it's fine. We now can include, you see, we can now include bank manager here, which was originally included in the previous code. And it's only user manager. Yeah, I think it's only user manager. Because now we are using the real bank manager class. Why we have an int 32? Uint, not int. No idea why. Sometimes we were getting fancy with those types. Int 8, int 32, uint, uint 32 underscore t, whatever. Why is complaining about command manager now? I don't understand. Why is complaining about this command manager? Is the banker defining command manager anywhere? I don't get it. I think it's just getting confused somehow. Let me try to do this. Let me put this one here and search for the first error. So maybe... Okay, the first error was that one. Message manager, use of undefined type, PS command manager. I don't get this. Why isn't I complaining about command manager not being defined? And by the way, where this is coming from? Where is this coming from? Come on, IntelliSense, you can do it. Okay, cache manager, get command manager, return command manager. Command manager is here, is defined in cache manager. And it's called PS command manager. Now, this PS command manager is defining command manager.h. So why you don't like it now? We have command manager.h. I mean I can include it. I'm just asking why now and not before? I mean, why is now complaining about it? Did I change something? And no, this class I didn't touch at all. So surprised. Yeah, we still have few errors like delete index. Delete index. What is this delete index? Delete index. Delete index is remove at. Do we have any other delete index? No. Okay. There was that one error left. Cannot convert argument 1 from bool to user command message. Okay, handle banking. Okay, so here we don't have to call handle banking anymore, right? Because this handle banking user manager, handle banking. Wait a second, I'm confused now. Handle banking. Handle banking is going through this. Handle banking is going through this. So it's checking if the target is a banker, checking the rank. So isn't this the same thing that we placed in our validate banker thingy? Okay. I think yes, there is a big code duplication. I think there is. There is a big code duplication between the two. So, but anyway, the only thing we need to pass on is if is guild or personal. That's the only thing we need to pass on. So user manager, we need user manager.c.h as well. And this one becomes like this. And we have a lot of system error here, already 1 million. We should, yeah, we should change them all. I don't know if I want to change them all now, the whole file, because this file is huge, but at least I will change the ones that are here. The one that are in this function that we are calling now, but I mean, sooner or later we have to change them all. So if anyone is willing to do this job, tell me, and I will be grateful. Ouch. Okay. Sorry, I went silent because I was focusing on what I was doing. So yes, I'm just converting these messages one by one and ensuring that we have that all these messages are actually sent to our client properly. At least for this. So there should be no more send system error. No, there is one here. There is a double one, so we need the 2 lines. We need the 2 lines. Right, and target char name for sure is an F string. And this must be client. Okay. I think we have this one where we do all the checks, which to me are a bit of a duplication of the one that we have already in banking, but anyway, who cares? I mean, let's leave the code for now. Then we call this start banking, which I'm not 100% sure if we considered. Okay. Start banking is only doing send bank window. Okay. Which is fine. And yeah, so I mean, there's a bit of redirection, you know, so from player controller we go to user manager, from user manager we go to this bank manager, and then back, but I mean, let's keep it as it is, so we keep the old code as much as, I mean, as compatible as possible, you know, with the past is fine. So the first thing it does then with the send bank window is sending the information to the client, and as we have seen, the send bank window is this function, and we already converted this message, which is the receive bank window view message, and this one should now be available on our blueprint side. Should be. So I think we have all the pieces now, right? We have, yeah, I think we have all the pieces. Just I don't know if this thing is sending. I'm just a bit confused when this message is sent out. How does it know? Money back. Ah, it does it here. So here is retrieving money back. Yes. Is this retrieving the money on the guild or the money on the character? Okay, I see. I see. Okay, compiled. Yeah. It compiled, boys. Okay, so if it compiled, we should be able now to do what? To call request banking, which is this one, right? On the server side, which is this. And we send in if it's a guild or not. And then there are few messages coming back. Well, there's one major message coming back, which is this one, receive bank view message. Boom. This monster here. Wow. Maybe it was better to put it in a struct and send out the struct. Because the problem is that if I don't put it in a struct, I will have to create because here we are still server side. I will have to create a client side version with all these parameters inside, and then another function on my UI with all these parameters as well. Sounds a bit annoying. I mean, they are only integers. I mean, it takes me a minute, but I don't know. It's a bit maybe I should. I don't know. I don't know if I want to put it, but this will be receive bank view message on client, like we did in many cases, and this one will need to have all those parameters. So I have to copy all those parameters, boys. Can you believe it? Can I copy paste at least the names? Yes, I can. So circles banked is an integer, and then there is whatever octa banked, and then there is hexa banked. Yeah, maybe putting, because if I put it in a structure, I would not need to do this. Now, I don't know if I'm too lazy, you know, or maybe I'm too lazy to create a structure. I mean, it's not, doesn't take long, but I have to do this twice. One now and one in the other function, in the window function, unfortunately. So I'm just putting in the same parameters we receive from the server visually here, so that we have these parameters. Okay. Exchange fee. And the last one is force open. Ah, we did it! The difference is that exchange fee is a float and force open is a boolean. Okay. Then all the others are integers and we are good. So we will need to call the bank on client. Believe it or not, this one will have to be run on owning client and reliable, and then we have to connect all these thingies. which is a game into the game, you know. There's more game. Connect, 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 connect. Connect, 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 and connect. Ah. Okay, we did it. So this thing is only moving from the server side to the client side. And here we are on the client. Okay, so here we are on the client, and what we want to do, we want now to call our window, which is window banking. And window banking should have an event exactly like that one. Can I duplicate it somehow? Can I cheat the system and duplicate it, please? I don't want to type all those parameters again. If I copy this and I change the name, does it work? Let me try. Maybe it does. If I paste this and then I change the name and I call it receive bank view information. Let's call it differently so we don't. And I remove the replication because it's not a problem. Okay. If I do this, does it work? Maybe it does. Maybe I found a good way to do it. Let's see. So now I need to call my Windows banking. My Windows banking is not yet a parameter for my Planeship player controller. So at the present time we don't have a way to call it. So we need to add a new variable. We need to add a new variable which is the same as Win Exchange, for example. And you see that we have a Win Exchange here. So we need to add a Win Banking. Win Banking, and this Win Banking will be this Win Banking will be of type banking window, Win Banking, right? Okay, so this must be visible outside, yes. And how do we set it? Because we want to be sure it's set. So I get this window, and on this window I call bank something. Receive bank information. There it is. So we receive this, and we connect. All this thing is connect. Okay. So this is basically passing the information that is coming from the server to the client and then to our window. Okay, because we want it on the window. Okay, so yeah, it's occupying a bit of space, unfortunately, due to all these parameters, but I think it's fine. Okay, we have to connect this one as well. Now we need to be sure the Win Banking is actually valid. Yeah, we get this error. I don't know why. It's saying that label skill is not available in character description. I think that is because for some reason that window Cyborg updated, but he forgot to check in. So let me check if I can tell him. Did you forget to check in character detail window? Character description window is called. Description window. Okay. So this is fine. That is fine. And we need to have this thing. Yeah, we need to ensure the win banking is actually set at the beginning. So get win exchange. Let me see. Find in blueprint. Win exchange. Boom, 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 boom. Is everywhere. Okay, so I think it should be inside container window. Yes, exactly here. So story exchange window and player controller, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. So exactly the same. We need to store in player controller our window. So we need to copy something like that down here. Maybe there is a better way to do this. I don't know, but if it's true, it goes here. If it's false, it goes here. We want to compare the actual, wow, this thing. Can we make it less messy than this? I don't know if we can. Because as it is, it looks a bit messy, but why we have two of this? Okay. So this goes there, goes here, goes here, goes here, and must go here as well. And we compare it with banking. So store the banking window handler in the player controller. So we do this. If this is a banking window, then we cast to, no, this will never work. So we cast to banking. Yes. And that is the object to cast. Yes. And this is not needed anymore. And this goes here. And then we do set win banking. Set win banking. Okay. 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 So what this is doing is basically when we construct the W container, which is the container of all our windows, when we are constructing the banking window, we are just setting a variable in our player controller which is connected to it. And so thanks to this, okay, well, okay, so this W container is done. Now that we have this, we assume that our window is properly, this variable is valid, so we can call this, and then when we arrive here, we should populate, we should start to populate, but I think if we arrive here, we are already in good shape, you know, so let's just print out something, and then we just do one test, because we did so much. So let me print out, I don't know, the circles. No, the trias that I have. Okay, I will just print out. I will just print out trias owned, something like that. and this and this. Okay. So okay. So I save this. And I save this, and I say, so let's save everything and compile everything. The only problem is that I cannot compile player controller. So at the moment, this, let me check again why is so label skills. Cannot find a valuable name label skills and character component. Character detail. So for now, can I delete? When character description. Why it was here, by the way? Character detail description interact. Request interaction. When character description. Okay, you did a kind of you create a setup function. Okay, that's it. Okay, so what he's telling me is that this part doesn't exist anymore. There is a function. So I think I can delete all of this. And I would also delete all of this. And I will leave it like this. Okay? Because he said that he redid this part and it is now handled directly inside a window, and there is not this mess anymore here in the so now it compiles. Good. So if he compiles, yeah, I will check in this stuff soon and go to bed. I just want to ensure that it works properly, and then we can call it a day, and we will see each other tomorrow. So okay, I compiled everything, I think. So now what I want to do, I want to close this. Yeah, save everything. Check out and save. Do whatever you need to do to have the source file properly. And then we just recompile clean, because I did a hot reload before and I don't want an hot reload now. Okay. Okay, so what I want to see is, well, first of all, the window popping up. Did we do that? I don't remember if we did. Yeah, I think we did it, right? We did the show window 17. Okay, so I think the window will pop up, hopefully. And the first thing that the window does, I don't remember if it does it at startup or not. Let's recompile it anyway, because the code server side should be fine. So all the code server side should be fine. So we recompile everything and then we ensure that at least the window is popping up and we are sending the proper message. I'm pretty happy we converted also bank manager. So it's another manager converted. Was very quick actually. I was expecting to take much more. It was like 1 hour, something like that. I think it took 1 hour to convert. I mean, it's pretty good. Okay, the server is started. Let's go with the client. It's logging in or he has some issue? Well, sometimes I've seen that the client has some issue connecting. It happens pretty often actually. I mean, for us, Blueprint side is just an open level. We just call open level and that's it. But sometimes you see, like now, it's not doing anything. I don't see any particular errors here, but it's like if the server is stuck. So the server is up, but at the same time is not up. Now, if I restart the server. So I think we need to figure out this because obviously we don't want, say, to have issues with the client connections and having the need to restart the server. So the server should be the most stable thing ever existing. Should never go down. I mean, if the client goes down, if the client crashes, I have no problem. But if the server crashes, I have a big problem. And sometimes now he logs in okay, but before he was like in a state, he goes into a state where he's not accepting connections. That's very weird. Okay. So let's try to see if something happens. Okay, so I right click and I click on my banking. Aha. Okay, the banking window pops up and seems to be fine in terms of information. Now, it didn't populate anything here. It didn't populate anything here. Okay, let me see. But at least it popped up. Let me see if there is any information about this. Not on the client. Not on the server. So it seems that at the moment we are not calling. We are not calling the code. Let me check. I mean, I think at startup, what we do, we call this handle whatever skill. Is she selected or not? Let me check if she's selected. Yeah, she's selected. Did I get any message on the client? No, I didn't get any message, so let me see on the editor. Because maybe we just didn't connect something. There may be one small piece missing or something. Okay, so we have our Windows banking. And when the Windows banking starts, we do nothing, so that's probably why. No, but let me see, because when we have the Win interaction, yes. Ah, Okay, no, we didn't connect, you see. This is the old one. Begin storage. So we need to connect. We need to call, after showing the window, we need to call the function request banking. I think it's the first one, which is the request banking. Yes, this one, request banking. Then request banking, just to remember where it goes into handle banking, which then it goes into start banking or something like that. But we don't care. I mean, after that we don't care anymore. I mean, because it's the standard code. Yes, handle banking, then goes into start banking, and after start banking is sending us the data, right? So it's doing all this check and then it's sending us the data. So yeah, so what we miss the connection with request banking. That is what we miss. So we should see, if I do this, Planescape player controller request banking, and it is. But we need to, here we are inside a window, so we need to call this one first. We need to decide if it's guild or not guild. For now, let's say no guild, and then we will connect it to the button, you know, to the right thingy. For now, it's no guild. The default is no guild, and then this one. Okay, the asset is open. It's actually true. I have to close my client and my server, otherwise it cannot save the files. Yeah, so retry. Okay, saved it now. So this one will then call request banking on the server side with the same guild information, and then we will receive this and blah 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 and all. So I think now should be fine. Now it should be fine. I don't know if it's when I click on connect too early from the client and I kind of mess up, you know, the server side. I don't know. Let's wait. Like if I click login now, I think I mess up the server. So let's wait the server to be fully ready. But I think it is now. I think it's fully ready. And then I click on login. Yeah. Maybe we'll have to do something like check this, you know, that the server is fully ready and then start to accept connections. Otherwise, okay. It's a bit of a weird aspect ratio. Not having a border is so annoying. Windows 10, no borders. Okay, so we click on her and we click on this. But I don't see. Actually the server crashed. Well, the server crashed is a good sign, meaning that he called our functions for sure, because he actually crashed. So the server crashed. So he called our functions 100%. Yes, it is the crash. So he called request banking, and inside request banking he actually crashed in bank manager 798. Let me check. I mean, it's the first time we execute this code, so it's pretty normal that he crashes. It crashes here on a check on calc bank fee script. We should be a script. I'm busy, man. I'm on stream. So it crashes here. It crashes on calc bank fee script. I don't know why. But anyway, I think we are close. We just have to check why it's doing this. I will check it tomorrow evening. I think it's getting late, so it's getting kind of late. So I think I will stop the stream now, and most likely we'll see each other tomorrow or Saturday afternoon. Okay, depending on what I want to do tomorrow evening. Depends if I want to do something else. We will not see each other if not, yes. I think I can check it in for now. I think no one will click there, and I think I can check in what I did. Let me commit so someone else can continue from there. I don't need to check in the maps because it was just some tests, but everything else, bank, interactive UI, merchant, menu bar I didn't change at all. I don't know, sometimes it is like some windows are changing, and if you are not changing them, I don't know why. Like win skills I didn't change at all, and now it's saying that that is changed. It's not changed. Why is saying that it's changed? Bank manager, yes. Did I add any file? No. I mean, this Windows skills. This Windows skills, I don't know why it's trying to check it in. And also menu bar. Menu bar, I didn't touch it at all. Menu bar icon. WD decoration. Also this one I didn't change at all. I mean, I changed the container, yes, but these things I didn't change. I don't know if those are related, and so for some reason they get updated, but I would say added bank window, added code, and then migrated, say ported bank manager. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I think it's fine. I just need to check why is asking me to check in also. I mean, why is saying WD decoration is different? Unfortunately, I cannot check it like this, but if I open the editor, I think it will tell me. But I didn't change it. I'm sure I didn't change it. 100% sure. So, or they got just resaved, you know, and they got just resaved and it changed the date or something, and then you see the file is new, but I didn't really change those files. Okay, let me check. If we go under win skills, right? It's saying that no. Let's do even better. The decorator. The decorator is something that I don't change since ages. WD decoration. This one. Yeah, you see, yes, this kind of flag, which probably means you changed it, but so no differences here. There is just some potential differences in the main blueprint, but I mean, I didn't change it at all. I don't want to check it in if I didn't change it. Why I need to check it in? And the same, the menu bar. Didn't change the menu bar, man. Why you are asking? I did not change. Oh. Removed pins. Wait a second. Why is saying remove pins? He's saying removed pins from switch on EP Windows. Okay. Let's see, because considering I added a new Windows type, he had to add also, you see, there is banking here. There is banking, which was not here. Okay, makes sense. Okay, well, this one makes sense somehow. This one makes sense. The other one, the decoration, I have no idea why it says that it's changed, but I mean, this one somehow makes sense. So this one I can check in. The decoration, I didn't do any changes. I can revert it, you know. There's no need for me to. I will revert it. I would like to do it outside of this though, not in the air. In the air, I mean, I think it works okay in terms of managing SVN, but if I can do it here, I have more confidence, you know. So the menu, so the decoration, we said no, and the okay, so I reverted it, right? And why still flagged? Win menu bar, win skills, and this one also I didn't change at all. Why still sees those two as no idea. Also the icon, I didn't change an icon of the menu bar. I didn't change the icon. Maybe there is also because there is an APS window there. Yeah, probably. Okay, menu bar updated itself because I changed EPS windows. Okay, so these two, I think, I don't know why the other two are still considered different. What is this thing? Okay, boys, I really have to go anyway, but I don't know why those two still show as, if I do commit, they still pop up. Like if they are different. But definitely they are not. Definitely they are not. Okay. Thank you for watching, and we did good progress. We have the bank window completed, the bank manager ported, so I think it was a good 4 hours. We did a lot of work, and I will see you tomorrow. We will continue to work on this, and hopefully, yeah, hopefully we will have a release soon. I really want to have a release soon, but you know, a release, it costs time, so we have to decide if we want to do one release at the end or one release now. Okay, see you boys. Have fun.